So I have a fun day planned. I've got my daughter with me over here and she's gonna smile for us. And we are going to hit some Goodwills that we have never been to before. Right now we are waiting for the one that we like the most to open, and then we are gonna head up north in Orlando and try a couple of the stores that we've never been to, and hopefully we're gonna find some really good stuff and have a really fun day. So we just got out of store number one. We didn't end up with a whole lot. We found a couple of baby blankets, which I do a lot of. And then we found these Prevo by Clark's shoes that were really nice. And these were only $6, which was not bad. And then there's this other brand, Aravon by New Balance, but it's got Vibram soles. And they were in really good condition and only $8, so I picked those up too. It looks like both of those will probably go in the 20s. On eBay, we did find a really fun Mickey Mouse sheet, and that was $5. Sometimes those vintage Disney sheets can do really well. And then this cute little My Little Pony quilt. I think it's maybe for a twin bed, possibly for just like a toddler bed. I'll have to figure it out, but it was only $3, so we decided to give it a try. But yeah, there was no toys today, and shoes just weren't that great. They were pretty overpriced. So yeah, you just never know. So now we are going to go and check out a couple of the new stores that we've never been to. That looks amazing. Fossil, Grace and Threads, Waslow, Westbound, Outdoor Edition, Parkhurst, I don't know about that one. Under Armour, Loft, Hawthorne, Under Armour, Dana Buckman, Gap. Reselling. Seems like a nicer vest, maybe. $7.99. We've got nothing, huh, Carolyn? This one's not so great. Just one pair of shoes. It's a decent sized store, though. Well, we just got out of this last one, and it's the farthest one away from our house, and unfortunately we really didn't find anything. I did find a little pair of shoes and some dress pants for my boys, but nothing to resell. We even looked through some of the women's clothing, which I normally don't do because I was kind of desperate, but we didn't find anything there either. So now we are on to the next one. So fingers crossed, we're at Goodwill number 3. So far we have not found anything amazing, so fingers crossed that this one is better. So we ended up getting the Zoo Talker structure, and we got the Clip Clop Horse Castle because we had pieces that went with them. And then we got that John Lennon mobile, and we got this, it's Allie and AJ. It's for the Wii, and it's Guitar Hero, and it looks like those were selling for about $50. So yeah, unfortunately they're all really big, which stinks because then I have to come up with the boxes and the shipping is a lot. But it looked like the Castle and the Zoo Talkers were still selling fairly high. And my kids will enjoy playing with them until they do get listed and sold. So yeah, we ended up getting those. So that one turned out to be a little bit better than the last one. Goodwill number 4. This one's in more of a sketchier part of town. But we did find Rothy's here last time, so maybe. I think so.
It's okay, it's meant to.
It's meant to come off. No, it's like somebody chewed on it. So this one actually didn't turn out to be too bad. We found this vintage Carter's blanket that has comps in like the $40 to $50 range. And then we have this Our Generation camper, which has the accessories in there, and it looks like just the trailer hitch for this sells for like $25, $30, and then the accessories inside can all sell for like $15, $20 for sets of different things. And so yeah, we've actually got one of these at home, and so now we'll have 2 of them. I'll just piece it out and then probably just give the main part of it back to Goodwill. We totally scored, at least I hope we scored. We bought, what, like 10 sets of Legos?
Yeah.
That appear to be all complete in their boxes. They're all Lego friends. We're just
One of them is frozen.
Really hoping that they have all their pieces, but you can see the instructions in all of them and the people, and it looks really promising, so we're taking a bit of a gamble. So Goodwill number 5 definitely turned out to be one of the better ones of the day. It was definitely the funnest for sure. We walked in and there was a whole stack of Legos in their boxes. These are all Lego friends. And at first I thought, they probably don't have all their pieces. It's probably not worth it. We went up to the counter and asked the guy that was at the counter how much they were, and he pulled a couple of them out, and they wanted like $15, $13, $10 for each box. And so I was automatically turned off, because if all the pieces are not there, then that definitely is not a good deal. However, then he started talking to us more, and he started showing us that inside they all had their instructions, and you know, you could see when he pulled them out that they were all in Ziploc bags. You could see the little figures that went with each of the sets, and it looked like, you know, it looked like a lot of the pieces were there. So we told him that we would think about it, and we left and tried to, behind the scenes, look up some of these sets. And obviously some of them were worth more than others. This was the largest of the sets that was there, and this one does have 1,032 pieces. It's the Heart Lake City shopping mall, and this one was 15. And so my automatic instinct was to go for the bigger sets, because obviously the bigger sets, when you're talking about Lego and having that many pieces, you're looking at like $100 sets, and that's what this one retails for. This one retails for $99.99. Unfortunately, this one is still in stores, and so the resale value of that's not going to be super high right at this moment, because you can still buy them brand new. So the more that I thought about it as we were looking around at the rest of the stuff at the store, I started thinking that even the instructions will sell for money, usually in these sets, you know, from $5 to $10, $15, depending on what set they go to. And the minifigures will also sell fairly well. And these had really cool, unique little animals in them. And I thought, worst case scenario, if I can't get a complete set, I could at least sell the minifigures and the little separate replacement pieces for these sets, and I could probably easily recoup my $10 to $15 on each of these sets. So we went back up to the counter and we started looking more closely at each of the individual sets, and I will show you what we ended up with. So this was another set that was $14.99. This is Mia's camper van. And looking this one up later, this one is retired, and so this one is worth, I think, like $45, $50 right now, and maybe more if it is complete inside. Then we have the Heart Lake City Hospital. This one's 379 pieces, and this one was $12.99. And I want to say that this one is current also. So it's one that we would probably have to hold off on for a little bit before we listed it. And then this one isn't the Lego Friends. This is Disney. This is from Frozen 2. But I thought that this one, it's a little jewelry box and it comes with little rings. But I thought that the minifigures, and because it has the horse, that I probably could recoup the money on this one, even if the stuff is not there for the $10. So then we have Andrea's Pool Party. I don't believe that this one is current. This one has 468 pieces, and I think that this size, again, most of these kind of in the middle were all 13. Then the smaller ones were 10, but we really didn't pick up much of the $10 ones because I just think that there's a lot more value in the larger sets. Which was totally true, because when we came home, there was one set that was like a little pet clinic, and they wanted $10 for it, and it's actually still in stores right now, and it was selling for $20. So that one definitely would not have been a good pickup. All right, so then this is another big one. This one is the Jungle Rescue Base. It's got 648 pieces. And if I remember right from the Lego website, they will list all of the sets that are current, and they'll tell you if they're retiring soon or if they are retired. And this one is supposed to be retiring soon, I believe. So hopefully we won't have to wait too long on this one. So then we have Emma's Fashion Shop. And this is another one that I think has retired. This was one of the smaller sets, but it looked like there was a good amount of stuff in this one. So we did pick this one up as well. Then we have the Underwater Loop. This one is like for a theme park, like a beach theme park. This was one of the smaller ones. It has 389 pieces. And then we have another big one. This is Andrea's Family House. This one has over 800 pieces. And then the last one that we picked up is the Beach House set. I think this was kind of one of the middle range ones. So I would show you the insides of this one, but the guy at the store was trying to be really helpful, and all of the boxes were totally open. And so he's like, oh, I'll get some tape and I'll tape them. And at this point in the conversation, we had already gotten to the point that I was debating on reselling some of them. And he was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Legos go for a lot of money. And so we started taping them, and I was like, wait, don't tape them. I'm like, because then, you know, I'm gonna have to get this tape off, and what if it tears the boxes? And he's like, oh, I didn't think about that. So then he stopped taping them, but I do have tape on probably 5 of them, and there is 10 of them total. So this is kind of how they were on the inside. So like you've got the Ziploc bag, you've got the instructions, and then we could just tell by looking through the bag that the minifigures were in each of the bags. And so as I was looking through all of these, I was thinking, you know, this is probably somebody who's got a really anal mom who was really particular about, you know, you open your Legos, and then when you're done, you put all the pieces back in a bag, and then we put them back in the box and put the instructions in, and we stack them up on the shelf. Because, you know, who keeps all their boxes, for one? And then 2, who has them all, you know, separated out? I know a lot of collectors probably do, but I don't think a lot of little girls that are 7, 8, 9, 10 are doing that with their Legos. So I think that they probably had a mom that was extra cautious, which made me think that there's probably a really good chance that these actually do have their pieces. Whereas other times when I go to Goodwill and I see boxed Legos, I just don't even pay attention, because I just figure that, you know, the odds of them having all of their pieces are so slim. So yeah, in the end, we ended up picking up 10 boxes. There were 13 there originally. I think we left 3 behind, but we got these 10, and the plan is to have my daughters put them together. They are super excited to have gotten all of these Legos. My kids just love when I bring toys home and they get a chance to love on them for a little bit before we get them listed. So I'm going to have them each set up individually in a closet where there's nothing else around and they can't lose anything, just to make sure that all of the pieces are there. And then I'll take pictures, put back in the box, and then they can go on to the next set. So my girls had a lot of fun putting this set together, and they were able to find out that all of the pieces are here except for one teeny little cap piece, but it's a pretty generic clear blue piece, and we have a lot of Legos upstairs, so we'll be able to find another one to replace it. But it also had all of these extra little pieces that they think originally came with it as extras. But then there were also a couple of girls that were not a part of this set. And then this little like stand, looks like a soda stand maybe, that must go with another set. So we're gonna hold on to those in a separate bag and see if they might go with one of the other sets that we bought. But now Kirsten wants to show you a little bit about how cute this little Lego set is. Good.
The escalator actually goes up and down if you turn this.
Pretty cute, huh?
Yes, it is cute.
What kind of stores are there?
There is a drink store. Oh, I don't know what to call that. A sushi. What do you call this? It's kind of like
it's like the food court. So that's supposed to be like Chinese food up there.
Yeah, a Chinese food restaurant. Well, tiny little stand. And there's the jewelry store. The bank is back over here. Sorry, it's back over here.
And a little bank machine.
There's something in the back. It's the bathroom. The bathroom is in the back of the set.
And there's this super cute teeny little baby in the stroller.
Yes. There's a family. There's Emma and Oliva.
The little candy store with all the little suckers in there.
There's the toy store, which has a little duck. There's a little fire truck and a dollhouse and a little bunny.
So yeah, it is just adorable. And this is the largest of the sets that we got. It has 1,032 pieces, and it's called the Heart Lake City Shopping Mall. So this is one of the ones that's currently for sale. You can find it on Lego.com and Target, Walmart. They all have it. So I think we're going to have to hold on to this one for just a little bit. But I'll take a picture of it for my listing while they've got it together so that I can show all the pieces are here.
And there is a science area where you can get little science things. And there's a music area, music section. And over here is where you can take your picture. And over here is where where it's like a runway but people get things from the jewelry store and they go on here and the runway can actually spin, like so then the characters, the Lego people, can actually spin, like turn around.
Wow, thanks so much for giving us a tour of the shopping mall, Kirsten.
You're welcome.
You say bye. So I ended up paying about $140 for all of these sets. So fingers crossed that we end up finding the pieces for the rest of these and that we are able to sell them and make some good money. I know that Lego is really good for investing. A lot of people buy brand new Lego sets and sit on them for like a year and make really good money. So hopefully in the end, we will make some really good money in the event that these all end up having their pieces. Or at least we will make our money back on selling off the instructions and the minifigures. Well, thanks so much for watching today. If you enjoy this type of reselling content, be sure to like and subscribe. And I hope to see you all in the next one.